Thanks, Tom, and welcome again to another edition of Dance Center. This never gets old. With me again, Jerry Rice, Hall of Fame tackle football player. And Len, you're back on board after not showing up last week. Now, I thought that Flatley guy would replace you permanently.
I was worried about it, to be honest with you.
Well, he's better than you. He just doesn't have time to do this every week, and you do. Up first, Warren Sapp. He is fat with both an F and a PH, as the children say. One of the quickest defensive linemen ever in the NFL, 6'2". He weighs a ton. And Warren Sapp ever tackle you?
Don't piss me off, Kenny. You know what happened. He put me out of the game. Never did apologize
fat-ass
for it.
slow guy like him got you? You still hurt? You need to see the infirmary nurse or anything?
I would like that.
During the course of every season, we learn about the star's habits, and Warren has one that I think he's used to his advantage.
He's a massive winker.
There's something about this show and professional football players. Jason Taylor, you, Emmett Smith, and now Warren, who's likely to win this thing.
Take it home.
He is truly a great big bundle of joy. He comes out, he has fun on the dance floor. His problem is he won't...
Enough from you, Len. You like what Warren Sapp's doing out there, right?
I don't want to mess around with the guy. He's huge. He hurt me already, so I'm done with it.
You know what that reminds me of? When I was on this show and I was kicked off needlessly and inhumanely, in fact, you know, if I had been allowed to use apparatus on the show, which they did allow me to use on my new show, which is called Main Street, that's on ESPN.com.
No, this is shameless. What? To promote your own show.
That's wrong, Kenny. Shazam. You know what's great? Jerry Curl, Style and Gel.
Hey, do you want to be a product placement on my new show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Next up, Susan Lucci, who still answers to Eric Kane. Doesn't really know who she is, but she knows that she's in the final six. She is teeny tiny, doesn't even have a shoe or a dress size, light as a feather. But if you look at the overhead camera, you'll see that being light isn't always a good thing. Look what happens when they turn up the air conditioning.
Where's she gone?
Gone.
Gone.
Wow.
What do you like about her out there?
I think she's doing really, really well. You know, what we tend to forget is this is a lady in her 60s. She comes out, she is neat, precise, everything she does is clear and clean. Our problem with her as the judges is the fact that she doesn't always wow us.
She's like one of those veteran racehorses, just serviceable.
Why do you have to take everything down to its lowest denomination?
This is what we do. That's why we make the big money.
You know what? I think Tony's practicing some kind of weird mind control. All the dancers he's worked with all look and behave the same way. Look at him, the big smile every time. Is he trying out for a Dentyne commercial? What is he doing? Next up, Maurice Green, formerly the fastest man in the world. He's 5'10", wears 10.5 shoes.
What I love about Maurice, in his Latin American, he comes out and gives it 100%. He attacks the dance. His problem is lack of finesse.
Jerry, in your final NFL years, your speed really declined. I mean, you were crawling at the end. Maurice, on the other hand, still fast for an old guy. Look at the overhead camera. He's zipping around the floor. He still has that energy. Over the years, we've seen a lot of the stars try to get in good with the judges, and Maurice, kind of a disturbing moment when he blew a kiss at you, Len.
I like it.
You're wearing glitter on your forehead now.
So what?
Back to you, Tom. Welcome back to Dance Center. It's time to check out our final three now. First up, Lance Bass, the former boy band member. Stats on him, well, not many. He's 5'10", and he wears shoes.
I'm not going to say nothing about that.
Len, he is on record as saying he was the worst dancer in his band. Is he also the worst dancer left in this competition?
Well, not at all. He dances with passion. He attacks every dance. He's just got to work on getting the technique, and I think he could be a front runner.
Interesting thing we've noticed about Lance and Lacey, the names are similar, and like old married couples, they're thinking alike, they're starting to look alike. I mean, it's almost weird, isn't it?
It gives them this chemistry together. They're both on the same wavelength. They've got similar feelings about the music they should use, the style of the dance they should use.
They could just change their name to Lancey. At one point, Lance trained with the Russians to be a cosmonaut. Should he have become a communist, and should he have gone into space?
Hey, man, that's radical, man. That's cool. I like that.
I don't even know who you are anymore. Next up, Brooke Burke. She is fertile, to say nothing else about the woman. 20, 30 children still smoking hot. Look at the beach photos here. Jerry, these are just family photographs. Wow. This isn't even a commercial shoot.
Wow. The water.
Yeah, I like the ocean at this time of year.
Yeah, nice and cool. Wow.
What is it with you two?
We're talking about the water. Look at the wave. Look at the beautiful wave coming in.
What do you like about her out there?
Her strength is she has no weaknesses. It doesn't matter what dance is thrown at her. She comes out consistently fantastic. And what an attribute. She's got these hyperextended legs, which is great.
Those legs are hideous.
No. Oh my God, that's
Her
scary.
knee looks like she's going to snap her femur. I mean, they're going backward.
My God, maybe she's from Mars or something.
Oh my God! I can't look at that.
I renounce and repudiate all my earlier remarks about Brooke Burke's beauty. Next up, Cody Lindley. He's about 5'8". He wears shoes, total featherweight, and I don't know, they say he's 18, looks about 12, and acts like he's 5 years old.
Look at him now, bless his heart, clapping and stamping. He's cute. People
Talking about
like
him like he's your damn grandson. He's a competitor, and you're supposed to be analyzing him.
What I'm saying to you is this. Don't be overcritical of an 18-year-old.
One of Cody's attributes are these pronounced eyebrows. This is something he talked about in practice.
Yeah, there's a whole website, so just a bunch of close-ups.
He'd have to be an absolute dork to join an eyebrow fan club.
You know, the one problem I feel with Cody is in the ballroom dances is hold. His left arm for me is way too high.
I think he has pretty good. He's been through the program.
You did 1 week on one show and did a poor cha-cha-cha. Now you're an expert on the hold in tango.
That's how easy it is in this country.
Now, I'll tell you what, let's go down to the demo floor and I'll show you how to do it.
You stay here. We're the super hot dance girls.
There are no girls. You're going to be your girl. I'm your partner. Give me this hand. Put this hand on there. This comes here. Now, get your hip. Bend your knees, flex your knees. Now, feel that bony knob in your hip. That bony knob should be just behind my bony knob. Now, get that elbow up. Okay, now this is better. Now you've got good posture. Now pivot, pivot, turn. Pivot, turn, pivot, turn. Good, good.
This sucks. Tom, I asked for Stacy Keibler.